Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. So I'm sitting here crafting and I thought I would pop on and show you what I'm doing. So basically I was using these stamp set, the Crafter's Companion stamp sets. Now I had these stamp sets for a while but I didn't have them on the mounted foam. They come just with the grey rubber in this country anyway. In the US they come on the mounted foam, but here they don't, and you've got to mount them. So yesterday I got the mounting foam for them. I've still got about 6 sets that I need to mount up, but I think I've done about 8 yesterday. So I thought I would start using them. So I had to go last night and I made this canvas. I'm not sure if I'm finished with it. There's a few bits and pieces that I want to finish. I do like it. It says wish upon a star, and I've used, the lovely Deja sent me some of this Nouveau mousse and I had to email her and say, oh my god, I'm absolutely hooked, that's it, I love it. So I used some of that on here and it gives it some really nice texture. I also used the crystal flakes, these ones that she sent me, and they are amazing. So pop over to lovely Deja craftingsupplies.co.uk. I will link it down below. She's selling these at really cool prices and it's just something different if you're into mixed media, and she's got other colours of these as well, so pop over there and take a wee look. She has this I couldn't find it cheaper anywhere else. She sells it the cheapest, and the same with these flakes as well, so it's definitely worth popping over and having a look. So yeah, I made this canvas using various bits and pieces. I've got some lace on it, and this is a big acrylic piece. These wee hearts that Deja sent me, the key, just some bits and pieces. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that I was making. So I made that, and then I thought, alright, I want to send, there's a couple of challenges I'm taking part in and a friend mail that I wanted to send some what do you call them, die cuts. So I thought, right, what am I going to do? So yesterday these bags arrived. I ordered 50 of these from eBay and they were £5. So I've got that design on one side and this design on the other. So I really like them. They arrived, the foam that arrived, it was from Crate and Craft. You got 2 of the A4 sticks 2 sheets and it was £5.99, and they had free delivery on, I think it was last week, just before their birthday weekend. So I got that for mounting up those, and then I thought, right, what am I going to do with the bag rather than just sending it in a bag? So what I've done is take a 5x7 card and decorate it on the front, and I've popped the bag on the inside. I've just stamped Make a Wish here, and if I can lift it up, I've just attached the bag inside the card, and then you can put your embellishments or your die cuts in here. Now what I've done, I was going to stick down the whole bag, but then I thought, because it's got this extra bit at the top, the person receiving this could reuse the bag and all they would have to do is trim it along the top and they'd have the bag to use. So that is what I'm going to be making. So it's a really simple and easy project, but I just thought I would pop on and show you. So what I'm doing is, I do have some craft card, but I've got absolutely tons and tons of these 5x7 cards because Hobbycraft had them on a sale and you were getting 50 for £2.50, so I think about 4 or 5 packs. So I've got lots of this to use, and I love using this brown paper. It's the packaging paper. This was the more expensive one. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but I got a cheaper one out of Poundland. It's a slightly different colour. This one was from WH Smith's. I think it was about £4.50, but it's a big massive roll, so I like using it. Now on the other card that I done it on the, it's got like I don't know if you can see it. Where's the camera? Oops, there it is. It's like a ribbed effect to it. So it's a ribbed effect on one side and it's a smooth effect on the other, and I liked the ribbed effect because it picked up, the stamp picked up the lines. But on this one I'm going to do it on the soft side and see how we got on with that. So I used this stamp set yesterday, and this is the Blair, and it's a Crafter's Companion, and it's Flights of Fantasy. Whoops, that's no good, that's getting real, there it is. Sorry, it's a glare of the light above me. So that's the Blair one, Flights of Fantasy, and of the same range, the Flights of Fantasy, this is the Darcy. So yeah, I'm going to use this one today, and they're a lot bigger than what they look. Right, so what I'm going to do is I've got this card here. I'm just going to make sure that my glue is working. And I'm just going to pop on my glue all the way around the card. So I just thought this would be something nice to put some. What I'm going to do is cut, because I've got so many dies. So I thought it would be nice to share some die cuts out, because I like getting sent die cuts. Lovely Christine sent me some the other day of the Scotty dog, and there's a few other ones as well, and the bride and groom things. I like getting ones, because the princess one that Christine had sent me, I was going to order it, but I had thought it was too big to put in pocket letters. But when she sent me it, now that I've seen it and I know the size of it, I'm going to order it. So yeah, I think it's a nice way. Also, it's a nice way of getting ready-made toppers, but it's a nice way to see if you've been thinking about buying a die and someone sends you the die cut. So I think this is just a nice way of presenting it. So, okay. So now, effectively, what we've got is a craft card, but I just think that I love craft card, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love it and I use it all the time. But this was just something a wee bit different. I like the texture of this paper. You know me and my textures, so. Okay, so what I'm going to do now then is, let's stamp this image and see how it comes out. Put that there. So like I said, I put these on the foam, and all you do is put them on the foam and then cut them out. The foam's actually quite thick. So like I said, it was $5.99 for 2 A4 sheets, which I didn't think was too bad actually. But if you're in the US, these stamps come ready mounted. Now I don't know why Sarah doesn't sell them ready mounted in the UK. I wish she did. It's the same with the Sheena ones that you get as well. For some reason they don't do them ready mounted here. What does that one say? True Friends, and I'm looking for You're Enchanting. Okay, so I've mounted that on there. I'm just going to use my black VersaFine. This is my well loved. I've got two of these, but one of them I've opened it but I've not used it, and it's really juicy, so I prefer this one just now. I mean, this one I've been using this since away last, goodness, July, I would say, June, July, and it's still really fresh. So I'm just going to pop this kinda to the side, and this is the first time I've used this stamp, so I don't know how it will come out. Sometimes it being a new stamp you have to give them a light sanding just to take the coating off the top, but we'll go with that and see how we go on. Oh, and it's stamped perfectly, absolutely perfectly. So you all know that I love Crafters Companion dies, and I like their acrylic stamps, and now I can say this one anyway, the Flights of Fantasy, their grey rubber is really good as well. Okay, so we've got her on there. Now I don't want to do a lot to her because I really want to keep this neutral, but like the other one, I've got some of this. This is from IKEA. It's the wired ribbon, and it's really textured as well. It's like a sort of, not a hessian, it's like a rough cotton. It's lovely anyway. So I'm going to put a strip of that down there. So let's just roughly cut off where I need, and pop that over there. And then I'm going to put a bit of lace, I think. I don't know whether to put the lace all the way up. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, glue gun. Oops, I've got some glue on there. I get into some mess with this glue gun, guys, seriously. I get it everywhere, then I get annoyed because it only come off my fingers like it's doing now. Then it sticks to everything. Ugh, drives me nuts. Okay, so I'm just putting a wee bit down there just now, just to tack it on. This ribbon's lovely. I can't remember how much I paid for this ribbon, but it was really good quality. And it's funny because the last time I was in IKEA, was just about 2 weeks ago, and I went in to get some storage, which I did, but they didn't have any ribbons or stationery or any of their paper bags or anything like that. I don't know why, but that section seemed to have gone. So I don't know if they're still doing it or if my shop was getting moved round about, but I didn't see any. Right, sorry, I'm just getting another glue gun. Another glue gun, another glue stick. Okay, so we've got that nicely glued down. I'm just going to take off the end of the ribbon, and I think I'm going to go with, let me think, I don't know whether I'm going to grab a couple of flowers. So you'll probably hear me rustling a bit here, guys. I'm just trying to find, I'm going to use one of Angie Paisley's lovely flowers again, and another one of these ones. And what did I do with, I did have another bit of lace. God, you think this was alive, guys, the way I talk to you in here. Right, we'll just use this wee bit, that'll do. Okay, because that bit's really not long enough. I was going to just put it down the bottom, but I didn't think it would look right. Okay, so I'm wanting to add just a wee bit over the edge here. I'll just roughly cut it off where I want it. Where I want it, where I want it. Right. Oh my god, see? Look, there I go with the glue gun. I've got glue on my lace. Ugh. Seriously. I don't know how I get into such a mess. Right. Bit on the bottom. See, having the plug at that side as well isn't helping me much because I'm right-handed. Okay, so just tacking that down like so. I don't know if I can, not really. I was going to say I don't know if I can pull it over. I've got it plugged into my Gemini on the other side as well, you see. Right, we'll pop it there and see. That should be better. And then, so I've got it tacked down there. And I didn't want to pull it too tight because it's on the card. So let's just put a wee bit there and a wee bit at the top. Kind of line it up. And I think I've got asbestos fingers now, because sometimes I'll get burnt if it's right out the gun, but sometimes, most of the time actually, I didn't really feel it. So I'm going to cut the excess lace off the top like so. So I think that looks really pretty actually. So obviously if this was going to be a card, just a normal card to go and get sent, I would put it in an envelope, my box. I don't know whether to tack that down onto the other side actually, or whether just to leave it. No, I think I'm just going to leave it because it's actually, it's essentially a bag, isn't it? It's going to be a card, but it's going to have the bag in the inside of it. So I'll leave that like that, and what I would do is just wrap it in tissue paper when I'm sending it. Right, so now I've got this beautiful flower that Angie Paisley made me. It's absolutely stunning. If you go onto Angie's channel, she's got a tutorial of how she done these, and they're beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I've not even sat down and watched it yet. I'm going to tell you the truth, guys, you know I'm always honest with you. I haven't even watched Angie's tutorial. I know she's putting it up, I think it's up, I know she was doing it. But no, I haven't had a chance to sit down and watch any. I was going to watch some YouTube videos last night, but I fell asleep. Fell asleep, and then I was back up at 4 o'clock this morning because I'd fell asleep too early. But I will sit and catch up with everybody's YouTube channel. So Angie, if you have done it, sweetheart, I will be watching it. And if you haven't, I know you're going to do it, and I'll still be watching it because I want to find out how you make your beautiful flowers. Imagine being able to make them. I'd love to be able to make them on my own. I've got dies that can make flowers, but they never seem to turn out as nice as that, so I can't wait to see how you make yours, Angie. If it's with a die, then you can give me some tips on how what I'm doing wrong with mine. Okay, so that is basically that. And then what did I do with, there it is, You're Enchanted. Get the Mod Podge out the way. I'm going to stick that on there. Oops, take the plastic off first. Stick that on there. And then wait a minute, I'm going to make sure actually that's clear, because sometimes if you've got the black around the edge of the rubber it spills over and I don't want that on my card. And then I'm just going to pop that on the bottom there. You're enchanting. So that's pretty nice. I like that, I like how that's turned out. Now I'm not adding a lot of colour to her, like I said. I want her to be sort of, I do want her to be the focal point, but I want it to be quite sort of impressionistic, if you know what I mean. I know what I mean. So I'm just adding a tiny bit of colour here to one of the flowers. And this is a Pro marker and it's the rose pink. So that one, I'll add a little bit of colour to this one down here. And I just go by eye, guys. I always go by what I think looks right. If it looks right to me, then it's fine. And I always try and take care to stay in the lines unless I specifically want that look. So you can see there's a little bit of colour there, which is nice. And then I'm going to take this as the, I always forget what it's called. No, that's the wrong one. It's this one, and it's the putty. And I'm going to add this to her wings. Now this is really just, it's not to really add colour, because this is a sort of craft colour. Oops, sorry about that. That'll be a YouTube notification coming on my phone. This is just to highlight her wings are separate from her body. So I'm just adding a little bit of colour in on her wings. Like I say, not to add, like I don't want to add pinks or blues or anything like that. This is just really, it actually just makes, because this colour goes onto this paper, it just makes it look like the card is even a bit wet. So I like the effect of that. So that is all I'm going to do. I'm not going to do any other colouring. I just wanted to highlight a couple of the flowers and then make her wings stand out from the background. And then all we're going to do is add one of these wee bags on the inside. And you can stamp a sentiment here, you can write here. I'm not going to stamp a sentiment yet because I don't know who this one is getting sent to, because there's a few, like I said, that I'm sending out. So I'm just going to write on the very top, because like I say, I want the person to be able to reuse this bag if they want to, and I will put that in the wee note that you can reuse, that when I write the note that I'm going to send with it, that you can reuse the bag. It's only tacked on at the top, so you can cut it off, square it up and reuse it. So that is my wee card. It's just a wee embellishment holder, so I thought that was a nice idea for sending die cuts. Like I said, I've got some nice lace die cuts that I want to send to this person, lacy, wee lacy envelopes, so I want to cut them out, stick them inside the bag, close that up, and it's like a nice wee way to present them. And I'll just wrap that in tissue paper with a bit of ribbon round it, and that'll be fine. So that is it. I think that's all I had to say today, guys. Yep. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so. I have a new Twitter account that I've linked in my about section if you want to go and check me out on Twitter. I really appreciate it. And yeah, guys, that's it. I'll see you all soon. Thank you.